Right. Let me go down here. So today is the BMW R100 day, and get my keys out of my pocket. As you can see, before I start, actually, fully branded in RUROC today because this is my new favourite hoodie. Honestly, this isn't just me saying for the sake of saying or a plug, but I do actually love this hoodie. It's seriously well constructed, so get yourself one of these. But back to the bike, the R100 today. I have got a subframe, which is here. Rather than going to the effort of creating a subframe, like I have on the mongrel up there, or creating a frame as such, this is a pre-bought one. Handy. So I'm going to whack this straight on, because that's the nice thing with the BMW R100, is that you can unbolt the frame off. Simply unscrew there. Oh, sorry, unscrew there. Actually, yes. Well, yeah, unscrew there, and there. So that's 6 bolts in total. Releases, actually no, do you know what, I tell a lie, there's a tiny one up there, so 8 in total, but that doesn't come as part of the subframe. Unbolt 8 bolts, pop this one straight on, it'll go straight on there, and job done. But I just want to see what the shape is like. At the moment you can see that this rear subframe comes out very far. In fact, it's almost the back wheel, and then you've got all this, but it's not the neatest of things. It is rather long, probably a bit too long for my liking. Now there's one of two ways I could have done this. I could have used the existing subframe, shortened the hoop, but in the interest of preservation, just taking this off and putting this new one here, and I'll show you how that is how long the new one is. So you're saving yourself 6 inches, maybe? You have got a narrower frame then. It's narrower by, I'd say, 1 inch. Can't obviously see it there, but there you can, which just tucks everything in, gives it a bit of a neater frame. Also, I know that I got rid of this step on the CX500, but this subframe itself does actually have that nice lip that goes in the back, so I think I kind of want to keep that with this. I know I got rid of it on the CX500, but I liked it on the CB750 because it's a different lip. I mean, the one on the CX500 is ugly as heck, and it's just kind of, yeah, it's a bit of a tail. Same on the K100. I mean, the K100 is a completely different frame that don't even start me on that, but I quite like that. So that's today's job. Get the old subframe off, get that back on, get the old subframe off, get that on, job done. And here we have half a bike. So that's the subframe, that's the actual rear of the subframe there. And for that's a huge piece. Mudguard included, as well as lights and everything on that. So that just then leaves us half a bike. This is what I like about BMWs, is that they all front heavy. Again, very much like the CX500. But I'm going to be kind of compensating that. You can get, obviously, kits which take the shocks over to there, which is actually quite a nice look. But the kit I've gone for is kind of like I'd say keeping it true to the classic style and keeping it to that scrambler style, because obviously the shocks where they are is kind of where they need to be, really. So they are probably going to come in a little bit, but not as much as the other kits where you can get them all the way up to there. But I think that's going to be really nice. This on there, I think that'll be a nice rear end to it. And this is the quickest rear end swap I've ever done. Ever. Bolt off, bolt on. Here it is. This is literally it. That is all there is to it. Yes, it makes things a lot nicer having things pre-made and bolt on. I know it kind of defeats the purpose of building customized bikes or personalized bikes or anything like that, because you're relying on other people to do work for you and you're buying bolt-on bits. And the more I'm building bikes, the less I want to be a bolt-on guy. But for this bike, because it is a quick flip for a friend, there's a lot we can do that can change the style of it, keeping that pace. This rear subframe is one of them. Bolt the old one off, bolt the new one on. There we go, just the electrics on there was disconnecting the whole rear end. But, all these wires that are going there, don't need all those wires. So I am going to be replacing it with an M unit, that is for sure, because essentially I just want 3 wires going to the back, which is your brake and left and right indicator. Those are all the wires I need running to the back. Doesn't need to be any messier than that. But this is it. Then, of course, we're going to put new shocks on. I think the shocks can remain the same height, actually, the same length, I should say. It is a massive way off the floor, so it's probably quite hard to say. But that, to me, can be one of the last things we add on, but I think it's pretty simple, that one. Tyres obviously need changing. Wheels are in seriously decent condition. There's a bit of bubbling going on down there, but sandblasting and then powder coat in black, that's going to look stunning. Same with this, powder coat it black, satin black all the way. A bit of rust there, which we can sort out with sandblasting. Paint the engine, paint the tank. Sort out, recondition the front forks, recondition the brakes, and I think we're onto a winner. Honestly, not much to do. Oh, new bars, new lights, sorted. So that is it. It's going to be a really quick job. I just want to do it, get it out of the way, then I can get space back in my workshop. And don't worry, I am still working on the Ducati in the back there. There's the headlight fairing over there, so there'll be a video on that. So if you like what you see, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and as well visit fortheboltindustries.com if you want to find any merchandise. This obviously is the mongrel tee. But until next week's video, bye.